Well, Dylan, you weren't involved in the squad on Saturday, but you would have seen the result and the mood in the camp. Have you noticed anything at all, or has it been fairly positive, trying to bounce back?
Well, obviously the lads were gutted, because everyone wants a good FA Cup run. Unfortunately, I couldn't help the team on that day, but obviously I was at home and I saw the result come in, and I felt it as much as they would have. So it's gutting for them and it's gutting for the club, but obviously the boys are going to want to try and put a big shift in the league now. So yeah.
It's been a few weeks since you've been at Weston-super-Mare. Mark said that he wanted to get you out and get you firing on all cylinders again. How did you feel that loan was for you?
Well, listen, that's exactly what happened. I went out, I had an injury in pre-season. It took a while to go down. So, I went to Weston, got full fitness, got lots of goals, and then come back straight into the team. Put in 2 decent performances, I'd say. So, we were back to winning ways. Was it Dagenham? Yeah, Dagenham, yeah. So.
And how's it been, sort of life in the National League? Obviously, you went back into the National League South with Weston, but you've come back into the National League now and back with Yeovil again. How have you found life in the National League?
I'd say it's a bit quicker. It's a bit quicker, but the National League South's full of players that have played in all sorts of leagues. Professional, and some have played semi-pro for a while. But I'd say the National League's people are just a bit fitter, full-time clubs. But I'd say in terms of quality of some of the players, a lot of them vary, being all over. So yeah.
And you came in midway through last season. You've had the summer where you've seen new faces come in and sort of join up with the squad that won the league last year. How's it been sort of settling in with those new additions?
Listen, everyone's seen, they all have different bits of quality they've added to the team. The gaffer's brought in players that he thinks that we needed. So that's exactly what's happened. All of them have played their part so far, and we all have so much more to give. So I can't wait for just to see what happens, really.
And as for departures, I know you were fairly close with Sam, who departed yesterday. Do you have a message for him at all?
Yeah, of course. He's a good player. He's after game time, which is completely fair enough, and he's a good player, and I'm sure that he's going to go on and do great things. So, for me, for losing a mate, it's never nice, but that's the harsh reality of football. Do you know what I mean? You never know how long you're going to have with someone. So he's chose that path, and I know him as a mate, and he's a determined lad. He's a good footballer, and I'm sure he'll go on to do great things.
And looking forward now to Wealdstone back in league action and sort of refocusing back on that sort of push to the playoffs, because you're not far off it now. No. How do you feel going into that game?
It's a massive game for us. I think we need to carry on the run and go and get 3 or 4 wins. Would be massive for us to push us up the table. But every game's a hard game, so you can't take anyone for granted. So we're going to go there, do you know what I mean? Take everyone seriously and just try and get a win. That's what it's all about.
And I know Mark likes to go game by game with his approach for fixtures, but you have Tamworth a few days after.
Yeah.
How has that sort of increase in travelling been? Sort of National League South, you're used to sort of the shorter journeys, but you've had some fair few treks.
Yeah, of course. Well, you get used to that in the first couple of weeks. You know what you signed up for, and do you know what I mean? Going to Tamworth on a Tuesday night, it's never nice, is it? But that's what you knew. Do you know what I mean? As soon as they come up, they had a good season last year, so you got to go there and you have to get your mind right and go and deliver.
Brilliant. Well, thanks Dylan.
No worries.
Dylan, thanks for joining us. How have the group of lads responded in training this week after a frustrating FA Cup exit?
Well, yeah, of course. It was pretty clear on Monday that it wasn't acceptable. So, do you know what I mean? That ups everyone up 10%, like it hurt everyone. So everyone come in, firing, ready to go on Monday.
For you, how personally frustrating was it just being on the sidelines, not being able to play on Saturday?
It's awful, every game you want to help, you know what I mean? You want to score, you want to be on the score sheet, you want to have a good FA Cup run, and obviously, unfortunately, I wasn't a part of that, which hurts, but do you know what I mean? It's a team game, and I know they felt it as much as I would have.
Got to ask, quite a surprise supporters yesterday, the departure of Sam Pearson. I'm sure you want to send Sam your best wishes. How have the group responded to Sam's departure?
Well, everyone knew he was a good player. The thing is, here we've got so many good players in these areas, so it's hard. It's hard for every single one of us to get a run of games. You've got to produce a lot, and the standards are high. So that's what it's all about. And I know Sam, he would have been keen for game time. He comes a long way to Yeovil, so for him now, he just wants to, get a good season under his belt and push on. So yeah.
Looking ahead this weekend, away game to Wealdstone, who are in the relegation zone, but they are coming off a high-scoring win in the FA Cup. What kind of challenge are you expecting there on Saturday, and what kind of game do you think it will be?
We know they're a good playing side. They play good football, so it's going to be like a game of chess. You know, we play football, Wealdstone play football, so we're going to have to go there and sort of outwit them. It's going to be one of those days.
Earlier for you this season, you were on loan at Weston-super-Mare. How much did you enjoy being on loan at Weston?
Obviously, I never. Do you know what I mean? I wanted to always be playing for Yeovil, do you know? But injury happened. Do you know what I mean? I spoke to the gaffer, and he thought that was the best thing for me at that time. So I got on with it, went there, delivered, and then come straight back in. So obviously, I enjoyed my short time there. But obviously, ultimately, I wanted to get back here and, do you know what I mean, deliver in the National League.
Did you feel being on loan at Weston helped you coming back to the squad at Yeovil? Was there certainly any aspects about your loan at Weston that helped you? Obviously, getting game time resuming after an injury.
Yeah, of course. You know, I had a good pre-season. I scored lots of goals, and I've always, do you know what I mean, scored goals. Do you know what I mean? So then when I went there and managed to get a couple goals, I felt like, do you know what I mean, it made the club realise, do you know what I mean, we need to bring him back in. So I'm happy about that, and I'm happy that I got the opportunity to come back in and as quick as I have, and, do you know what I mean, get playing again. So hopefully the goals start coming for Yeovil.
When you were told about the loan to Weston-super-Mare, how were you feeling? Was it frustration or excitement about getting game time and minutes back on the pitch?
It was a bit of a surprise at the initial time, but the more I looked at it and went there and, do you know what I mean, started doing well for myself. At the end of the day, football's all about every game by game and delivering. There's no one's given a place in anything, and I've been in worse situations before than going on loan at Weston. So for me, going there, I had to back myself and back my ability, and I did that, and then I've come back. So, do you know what I mean? It's in the past now and it's done. So, yeah.
Now you're back at Yeovil.
Yeah.
Have you set any personal targets or goals for you for the end of the season? Is there a certain number of goals or assists you want to hit this season at Yeovil in the National League?
Yeah, I always start the season by saying I want 10. I think 10's a good number. Obviously, I got 3 at Weston, but I'll probably want now 7 for Yeovil by the end of the season. That's probably what I'm aiming for, yeah.
The reception for you coming back has been great from Yeovil Town fans. You really are a fan's favourite here at Hewish Park. How appreciative are you of the supporters of you being back here at Yeovil?
Well, Yeovil's a big club, and to be appreciated by, do you know what I mean, that many people, it's a nice feeling, do you know what I mean? So it was lovely to come back and get a reception like that, and now I just hope I can put a couple more smiles on people's faces when I'm playing.
Have you got a final message for the Yeovil supporters who'll be travelling to North West London this Saturday?
I mean, enjoy the day out. I'm sure the boys are going to give you what you deserve, so stick with us, and yeah, we'll try and win the game.
Thank you very much, Dylan. Safe travels to London.
Thank you.